Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Hi, Sue. Hi, Abs. Hi, Piggy Sue. How are you? Hi, Jane. Hi, Sue. Oh, all the Sues are here. Hi, June. Hello, Flower. How are you? Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jane. Good afternoon. Hey there. Yes, I'm not too bad, actually, Piggy Sue. Are you? I'm fed up of tidying. I've been tidying my craft room. How are you, Abs? Are you all right? I won't pretend to behave myself. Hi, Jenny. I'm very well, Leslie. Are you? Hi, Roz. Have you been out in your garden yet, Abs? I haven't seen you in your garden yet. Hi, Chantal. Hello, Laura from Canada. How are you? I love how we can all connect in different places all over the world. Hi, Pat. Hi, Sue. Hi, Liz. Hello, Jane. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, Belinda. That always confuses me. When you say good morning or good afternoon, that's opposite to me. It doesn't take much to confuse me. Hello, Hilary. Yes, I'm fine, Sue. Very well. I'm going to have a garden day tomorrow. I'm always... No, to be fair, Chris, I didn't go bed till late. I went bed at 3 a.m. So I'm a bit... Yes, I'm a bit tired. I was tidying all my... What's the word? Let me find my drawers. Hang on. Trying to find my drawers. What did I do with them? So I can show you. Of course, now I want to find that drawer. I can't find that drawer now. The drawer I want, I can't find. I've been sorting out all this, Chris, my craft room. Hello, Sue. Hi, Rizwana. I'm glad you're well, Leslie. Answering the computer, of course. Yes, we always talk to ourselves, don't we, Leslie? Hi, Pat. Hi, Sheila. Look at this. I've been sorting out my ideology because I've got these little drawers, so I've pulled it all out of the packaging. But the problem was, Chris, once I started, I didn't stop. So it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't take much to confuse me, Belinda, trust me. Oh, you set your alarm. So what time is it where you are, Belinda? Hello, Kim. Hi, Kirsten. Hi, Gina. Hello, Karen. Yay. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Pat. Hi, Lynn. So this is what I go and do till 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you think I've got too much ideology? Look at, this is just one drawer of ideology. And I found these thimbles. Wouldn't they make great little pot holders? Plant pot holders. Oh my, I really need to tidy my own craft space. So go on, Belinda, what time is it now in the morning? Hi, Maria. Hi, Christine. See, I quite like them, but I found them at the back of my drawer. And look at so I've got so much ideology, it's just ridiculous. Now I can't get the drawer back in. And look, index clips. Do you think I've got enough index clips? Do you think I've got a problem? I think I've got a problem. Is it Monday? Oh, Sue, I don't know. I think it is. Hello, Jennifer. Hi. I know, it's once you start, Chris, I can't stop. I mean, look, how many index clips does one person need? Do you think I'm obsessed? That's the index clips. Long fasteners. I mean, how many things does one person need? It's 10:30, but I went to bed at 4 a.m. You're as bad as me, Belinda. I couldn't stop once I started. I couldn't help myself. Is there never too much, Sue? I think I've got a problem, seriously. Yes, it's Monday. There you go. Leslie's telling us it's Monday. Leslie tells everybody on her Facebook timeline that we all talk to computers, to ourselves. She lets everybody into our secrets, you know. I know, back together again, Lynn. He did have a lovely birthday, Lynn. Do you know what he did? He just sat in the garden and drank gin. That's all he did. Drank gin. He was rather sloshed by the end of the evening. I have a wish list as long as my arm for ideology. I love ideology. I do love it, I must admit. From sunny Florida. Wow, Marianne, how are you? Sunny. Actually, it's sunny here, Marianne. It's sunny here. I know, Belinda, I've got a problem with those clips. I use them on everything. So I think I've got a problem. I can't help using them. I'm using index clips everywhere, as you will see. So I can't help. Oh, you're not late, Kelly. You know what we're like. Have you just got in from work, Kelly? How are you? Shattered? It is you that has caused the index clip shortage. I had to buy quite a few, Chris, for workshops, and then the workshops haven't happened, so there you go. Yvonne says she's late again. We don't mind, Yvonne. We're not bothered in the slightest. Hello, and oh, I can't say it. Annalise. Hello there. Hello, Liz. Hello, Lorraine. Good afternoon, everybody. They are jump rings for jewellery making. Oh, sorry, you're answering a question. I love how I answer half an hour too late. So I do love how you answer each other. Go in the garden sounds good to me. Yes, I'm going in the garden tomorrow. I keep saying that, and then I get sidetracked. Amazon has them, apparently, Alison says. And I know James did have some, but I don't know whether he sold out of the index clip. So, yes, he had a fantastic birthday. He just sat there drinking and sitting in the sun. I had a great assortment of at least 500 long fasteners. They used to be so popular. Oh, don't worry, Laura. They'll come round again. We'll use them for something. We'll find something. Let's cause a shortage of long fasteners. Hi, Nicola. How are you? So I've created my next workshop piece for 2 weeks' time. Found you. Hey, Sue. How are you? Hello, Linda. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all well, but I'm sure that we all do talk to the computer and answer you. Well, my daughter, Leslie, comes into the room frequently and asks if I'm talking to myself. Didn't sleep last night, so going to work was a shock. Yeah, I'd have struggled with work, Callie, with not sleeping. Good afternoon, Bev. I will look again. Didn't see them earlier. Oh, I'll have to have a look. Hello, Paula. Hi, Liz. Hello, Alison. Whoops, I've got hiccups again, trying to find some type of embellishment for flower centres. I use these, hang on. Let me show you what I've got. Hey, look, I'm organised, I can go straight to them, look at this. So what I use, Belinda, is I use either vintage pieces like this. Look at these vintage snaps I got. So I use vintage snaps like this. These are old ones that I got from a vintage shop. So I use vintage snaps for the centre of my flowers. Oh, that one's come off. I can't lose them. So I use vintage snaps. Hang on, I'm losing them all now. That serves me right for pulling them out the bag. So I use things like that, Belinda, or I've lost... what? I'd best get my order in now for long fast. Bless you, June. Or I use these kind of things, Belinda. Sort of beads like this that you can get, you know, like sort of little beads just to make it more interesting. Yay, Patricia's found us. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Lillian. How are you? So yeah, so I use things like that, but I do love things like the vintage pieces, the little vintage fasteners, but it takes me ages to find them. You can either get them or you can't. It's sort of all or nothing. And hey, look, I can go straight to my drawer. I can go straight to my drawer and find them. I just managed to get you. It keeps going off. It probably knows I'm on. That's why it keeps going off, Margaret. It thinks, oh God, it's that nutcase again. Monday, housework day. Oh, Jennifer, don't get me on housework. I did the windows the other day. That was enough to put me off for life. Yes, I like the snaps, Belinda. The vintage ones. I love them. So this is our next workshop piece. So it's a simple flag book. The snaps are fab, Kim. I have a vintage snap from the last workshop I did with you. Yes, Sue. I got some more because I can't help myself. So this is our next workshop piece, and this is a flag book, a simple flag book. So this is what I'm going to create for our next workshop. I'm still working on mine. Hello, Jane. Never thought to use special beads for flower centres. Oh, I always do, Jane. So what I'm going to do, I'm still decorating mine, but can you see on the front, if I shake this, can you hear it? I've got one of Tim Holtz's plastic cover things on the front that I've used for a shaker because I didn't want to bin the packaging. So, oh, was it Gina's birthday? Happy birthday, Gina. Hello, Marlene. How are you? So, yes, I've used one of the packaging from Tim Holtz to add the shaker. So, I'm in and out off Facebook as it keeps freezing. Wonderful, Lynn. That's great. So, you're coming, Tracy. So, this is what we're going to create in our next workshop. And ask me how many times I keep doing this now. I keep just flicking this open because I can't help myself. I just keep flicking it open. It's a flag book. A simple flag book. You can actually have as many flags as you want because you can create it taller and you can have loads of flags. But this is just a simple flag book. Happy birthday, Gina. Good afternoon, Tracy. Loved making flag books. Barbara did. Beverly did. Oh, I can't even get anybody's names out. Beverly, Barbara, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I thought about saving those. Have to raid my packaging now. Oh, yes. I've saved them because they make a good shaker. And I've put vintage watch parts in mine. So, yes. So, we're going to make a simple flag book. But you can make them as big or as little as you want. So that's what we're going to create in my next workshop. I've put the details up, so that's what I've been doing today. So just put that there, what we're saying. Thank you, Marlene. I've still got details to add. What else is that? Sorry, what date is that, Tracy? Sorry, I thought you were asking me what else that was then, Sue. Not for 2 weeks, Sue. So on the 9th and 10th of May, I'll be doing that online. Was just thinking of using the packaging the other day. Oh, I love it, Laurie. It's great for adding, especially if you've got some vintage watch parts like I have. I've got vintage watch parts in there, some vintage clock parts, so they worked quite well. It's the Nicola, it's the come on, Tracy, get your brain working. The 9th and 10th of May, in a couple of weeks, Nicola, in a couple of weeks. Hello, Christine. So, yes, a couple of weeks. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Gina. Happy birthday, Gina. It's just trying to come up with some different ideas, really, just to do something a bit different. But it's nice and simple. There's nothing complicated in this. Nice and simple. The idea of this workshop is we just have fun. Just creating something a little bit different. So, that's the back. That's the front with the packaging on. And then when you unclip it and you go like that, the flags, they call it a flag book because you've got like those flags there. So it pops out. Yeah, they're quite fun. Oh, late, sorry, just managed to nab a food delivery. Yay, Sue. I've saved the packaging from my Finnabar. Perfect, Tracy. Don't get rid of that packaging. I have never flag booked either. There you go. Something a bit different, Medulla. Shall have set up PayPal as I haven't got an account. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be PayPal, Leslie. Some people do bank transfer. So yes, happy birthday, Gina. I was going to say, have you done anything nice, like going from the kitchen to the lounge? Paula, guess where I went this morning? Because I put it all in the bin, started creating the project, and then went back to the bin to pick out the packaging from the bin. So I did the same, Paula. Oh, I hope you're having a good day, Gina, as good as you can have in these circumstances. So I hope you're having a lovely day. Exactly. No, I don't like to do all the workshops on top of each other. I like to give a couple of weeks notice. I just don't like to do that. So what we're going to create today is a simple card, and we're going to be using, now I had to use this stamp. This was one of my very first stamps, and I've got a real affection for this stamp. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gabby. So I've got a real affection for this stamp because this was one of my first stamps that Abs released for me, and it's quite close to my heart because I'd never designed any stamps before, and when this came to life as an A4 stamp, I was so thrilled. So I thought I'll have to use one of me first ever stamps index clips as I don't have any packaging. There's an excuse then, Jane. Any excuse. Sleep. I do my online shop at 4:30. Patricia does an online shop at 4:30 in the morning. I keep bursting out with laughter at what you're saying, Tracy, and Pete keeps coming in to find out why. I bet Pete thinks we're flaming loopy, you know. I'm sure he does. Mind you, most of the husbands think we're loopy. So we're using my A4 stamp and we're using the passion flower stamp. This passion flower stamp is going to be in a one-day special deal next Monday. Do you know, I've got that many dates in my head. I don't know what day of the week I'm on, never mind what day next Monday. The 27th and 28th of April, I've got a one-day special, and I've done some videos which I've sent to her Chanda to give some inspiration, so I'll hope you'll tune in. We are lippy, aren't we, Sue? Got to order a new heat gun. Did an online class last night, went to turn it on and it wouldn't. Oh no. Oh, that's a pain. So you were doing the online class in the evening, were you, Callie? Do you spy an index clip, Gina? Surprise, surprise. When will the new stamps be released, Tracy? I don't know. That's down to Abs. I don't know when they're released, when the new ones are released. But Abs has got them all now. So I don't know when he's releasing them. I don't know when that plan is. So, yeah, so that's next Monday and Tuesday. So this is what we're going to create today. And just so I'll lift it up just so you can see some of the detail. Nice simple card, nothing complicated. But if you look at the stamp, often when you get a border stamp, everybody thinks that you have to use the whole thing. Well, on this occasion, I've only used one little tiny bit of it because you don't have to use the whole thing. What are we saying? Oh, good grief, Kim. That is so organised. Bless you. Hello, Alison. Kim, I can't get over that. That's so organised. Thank you. Are you allowed to say what's in the one-day special? I am indeed. And if I'm not, they can shoot me now. Let me get me packaging. Just bear with me a second. The one-day special is this. That's the one-day special. Can you see that, Nicola? So that's the one-day special, Nicola. Let's push that up a bit. I'm off screen a bit. I have done all my homework for this weekend's workshop. I sound so strict. Everybody's doing the homework. Oh, they won't be delivered till late May, Jill. Oh, what a pain. It is on my, it is on my Facebook page, isn't it? So yeah, so that's the one-day special. So I'll be offering lots of inspiration anyway. But I wanted to combine it with one of my first stamps because I wanted to show that you can combine different stamps. Doing it now as we are watching. Oh, bless Tracy. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to show that if you've got some of the older release, you can combine the stamps. And I love how they combine. I love how the stamps combine. But I've literally used one little bit of it this time. Bless you, Mario. So what I've got here is a piece of card, a messy desk, a piece of card. I forget the measurements by the time I've shut up rabbling. I haven't got those. Jez Denson, we need an offer. Yes, he's good with an offer, Chris. So it's 5.5 inches by 8 inches. That's the size of my card. I'm too busy looking at all your chat. I'm supposed to be making a card and I'm just watching your chat. I'm terrible. So what I'm going to do, there's not much room here because I've got everything from creating my flag book. I'm just going to use my, was going to order the Fritillaria in the next couple of days, Mike. Well, now, there you go, Margaret. So I'm just going to use my anti-static bag just to go over my card, just in case any of my fingerprints leave a mark and therefore the embossing sticks to that. Hello, Carol. Hello, Helena. So I'm now going to use my Versamark ink. Let me just get a piece of paper. Bring in a piece of paper. And I'm going to use part of this stamp. This stamp is well loved, so you can't see the detail. So I'm actually going to use this half of the stamp. This is the half that I'm going to use, this half. So I'm going to ink with Versamark ink. So tell me what you've all been up to this weekend. What have you been up to? Have you been gardening? Have you been chilling? Or have you been doing absolutely sod all? Lovely to catch live. Hello, Carol. Yay, Serena. Welcome back from work. Yes, I'm not, Chris. Let me be honest. I don't remember every time, Chris, and then I get my sweaty foot paw prints on the cards. So let's be honest. I don't remember every time, Chris. Definitely can't craft along if you heat embossing. Oh, bless Callie. I love it when you craft along. So I'm just going to ink this up really well with my Versamark ink pad. And I need to make sure that it's inked well because this stamp's huge. But this is probably one of my most detailed background stamps that I've ever done. So it really needs a good inking because it's the most detailed one I've done. But it's got a special place in my heart because it's one of my first ones. Sorry I'm late. Forgot you were on at the time. Oh, don't worry, Diane. Not a problem at all. So I'm just going to hover over just to decide where I want that. That's perfect. And just allow that ink to sit. Roz is doing my workshop homework and playing with my gel plate today. Yay, Roz. I just love seeing everybody's shares. And if you don't know Roz was always worried about sharing her work, and now you should see her work. It's fab. One of the best things about being creative is the fact that you all share. Honestly, that's the best thing. Do we need the circle now? Do we need the circle now? Hang on. Do we need the circle now? Okay, Chantal, I'm lost now. Do we need the circle now? Don't hurt. You do need some die cut circles, a couple. Been gardening. Just wish I could get some bedding plants. Oh, I'm with you, Janice. I am so missing going bedding plant shopping and enjoying my little nurseries. I am so missing it. I absolutely adore 304 stamp. Used it loads with the two little owls today. Oh, isn't it fab? I love that stamp 304, Linda. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I made a card for Captain Tom. Oh, Jennifer, how lovely. He's brilliant. Captain Tom. So I've just given that a good inking. As you can see, it's not completely clear because obviously there was some black ink on there, but that doesn't matter because we're embossing, so it's not a problem. I just today got one of your stamp sets, 266 and 2 of Bipasha's. Yay, thank you, Sachu, thank you. So I'm just going to add the embossing powder over my image. And I love the detail on this one. Me too. He is a star, isn't he? Bless him. Tell you what, I hope I'm as fit when I'm his age, if I actually last that long. It's because I've used the anti-static bag now, it means that my embossing doesn't stick on any sticky fingerprints, so it works perfectly. It means the embossing only sticks where I want it to. Unless, of course, you drop it on the floor like I've just done. Still waiting for, Leslie's still waiting for 304. Do you know, because you say numbers, it takes me ages to remember the numbers. It's a white, Kath, a white embossing powder. A white embossing powder. Did your hubby have a good birthday, Tracy? He did, Isabel, thank you. He sat in the garden with gin. Is that white? It's white, Leslie, white embossing powder. So I just might miss a couple of... I'll stamp some of your flower, put sticks on them and put them at yeah, that's true, Janice. You could do that. Stamp some of the flowers and then put sticks at the end of them. I do miss going gardening shopping. I adore gardening shopping. and I used to support all the little nurseries. I always have done. My friends Sue and I always used to go out each week and go and buy loads of plants. Well, you probably know that because I used to share what I bought online. But I'm addicted to plants, so I'm missing that in a big way. I'm just moving this around because if you don't move your embossing around, you'll heat it too much and it'll go back flat. Hello, Olga, how are you? We're having a good old waffle, Olga, moaning that I can't go plant shopping. I'm missing my plants. I need to go plant shopping. So we're just adding the white embossing, just melting. It might not pick it up on camera, but I will hold it up so you can see the wonderful detail in the stamp. Did you manage making his card? No, I didn't manage to make a card. Don't make me feel bad. So I gave him one that I did last year. How bad am I? I just said I was too busy. I got him some gin. He was really pleased with his gin. So he was happy with that. And he got a cake as well. Oh, I adore going around the garden centres, Roz. We can't get garden here. Too many deers. They eat everything. Oh, what a shame, Hope. What a shame. You can use the black. You can see the black disappearing. You can, Joanna. The black is gone. And we won't see it now anyway. So hopefully you can see that glossy. But it'll soon pop anyway. Because we're now going to use evergreen bow, peacock feathers and twisted citron. Let me just get some kitchen roll. We're revamping our garden, so I need more shrubs for the new border. Oh, do you know, I'd love to start my garden from scratch again. Started drinking gin too. My gin. I bet you mine will be started on the gin now, you know. What is it? Always got to have some stash held back for emergency. Give him last year's. Honestly, I did. Don't tell everybody. I'm going to order some plants online, Sue. That is exactly what I'm going to do. So I've got my 3 ink colours, and what I'm going to do is apply them directly from the ink pad. And the reason I'm going to apply them directly from the ink pad is I'm going to get a real thick layer of pigment on Tracy. Abs is rubbing off on Tracy. It's green. Luke, yes, green. Luke, Abs is rubbing off on me. So I'm going to apply my Distress Oxide like so that it gives a nice rich colour. Look how rich those colours are. Yes, he's rubbing off on me, isn't he, with his green. So just turn this round and it now comes to life. Absolutely love these colours. Where do you order them online? What are we talking about now? I ordered mushroom grow boxes. Took over a month to arrive. Crikey, Tracy. And had some rose and heathers. I'm going to order some plants online, I think. So if you apply this colour and go over the top of the other colours as well, you get a beautiful blend of colour. If you apply it this way, direct from your ink pad. Apply it direct from your ink pad so you can get a beautiful blend. Tracy, have you used those makeup blending brushes? Yes, I have, Belinda, yes. They work really well. But the reason I'm doing this differently this time is I'm laying down a lot of pigment. So I'm laying down a lot of pigment this time. So it gives it a richer look because I'm adding a lot of pigment. So I'm just adding it direct from the ink pad. Make sure I've got the right lids on the right ones. What are we saying? I know I love these colours, Sue. With my spare brayer in. Oh yes, Serena's now got 3 brayers. Whoops. So I've now going to... I used to shop with QVC for plants, but they no longer deliver plants to Ireland. Oh, that's a shame, Christine. Oh, what a shame. Oh, thank you, Hope. And we haven't finished there. What you need to do then is swipe over with some water. Give it a spritz with water and the colour comes to life. Can you see how vibrant it is? Let's move that up. Let's move these out the way. So then we allow that to sit for a bit because we've got lots of pigment on there and that water is soaking in. That's why my card is lifting up. Twisted Citron, Peacock Feathers and Evergreen Bow. Evergreen Bow, not Salty Ocean, Evergreen Bow. Finally got my 1 day special. Shall I do a happy dance for you, Karen? Yay! So what we're going to do then is just dab. Can you see? It will lift some of the colour. And because you've added loads of pigment, it oxidises quicker. Because I've added so much pigment. Tea calling. Enjoy your tea, Pam. Happy birthday for Wednesday. So I'm just going to give that a quick dry. Don't dry it too much because of that embossing. I'm just giving it a quick dry because of that embossing. You can't dry it too much. Twisted Citron is one of my favourite colours, Paula. Is that a clean? That's a clean piece of kitchen roll. The luxury, Sally Ann. Look at the detail in that stamp though. I mean, that part will be covered, but look at the detail. I just think that is fab. I love it. It needs a little bit more drying. Oh, what Karen's... Oh, yes, and Sue's got hers as well. Yay, that's wonderful. So what I'm going to do now is take another piece of card. Thank you, Mark. Oh, Margaret, you've just reminded me. Where's my stamp gone? You see, that's because I go off on tangents. How can you lose a stamp? I've got a stamp for a giveaway and I've lost it. It's probably fallen in the bin. Thank you, Margaret. You've just reminded me. I've got a little giveaway. I've got a stamp. This stamp set 307 for one randomly drawn winner. So I'll draw the winner in a few days. So if you'd like to share, that'd be wonderful. But just for being part of the live, that's all. So I've got a little stamp set as a giveaway for you. Thanks for reminding me, Margaret. Just remembered that. Mine arrived today. Oh, Maggie, wonderful. Whoops, just sat down, Jan has. No problem, Jan. I love this colour combination. But it's oxidised all here as well. It's just lovely colour combination. So what I'm going to do now, thank you, Kim. You see, I don't even need to tell you because you're just so supportive. What I'm going to do now is take my, so I've not applied I've literally applied the Distress Oxides direct for every little technique. So they were applied direct for that technique and we're applying them direct for this. Thank you, Liz. So I'm just going to apply colour randomly to my white card. I don't want it perfect. I want it random. And then I'm going to take my Fritillaria, whoops, which I cannot pick up at all. But I've done some videos for Hachanda as well, as you know, because I had to get dressed. Hachanda just restarted shipping to the USA. Yay, Hope! When was that announced? When was that announced, Hope? Oh, you're very welcome, Joanna. You're all so good to me, you really are. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp this part of the stamp. If you can see, it's quite a big stamp because that's my hand. And I'm just going to stamp this part here. So I'll just ink that up. Because sometimes I like to just use part of a stamp. It looks fabulous. And I think Autumn did a book and shared it in my group. And she used the Fritillaria stamp and it looks lovely. It looks really nice. If you want to join the group and see, it's there. We'll have to watch it later though. I've got to go to shop. All right, Karen, enjoy your shop. No problem. So I'm just inking this up now with my VersaFine Clair. And I'm literally just inking part of the image just to go over. Just popped in to say hi and to share. Bless you, Holly. Thank you. Hope your little fur baby's okay. Thank you, Holly. Thanks, Lee. You're so good. So just allowing that ink to rest on that layer of ink that I've applied with the oxides. And I've not blended the oxides, I've just applied them direct to paper. And as you can see, that stamp's beautiful. And what I've done is I've cut the flower out. That's why I applied the colour randomly, because your flower looks more realistic. It looks more random. So I've done this 3 times and cut them out. Just got thrown out. Oh, wonderful, charming. Where everybody's comments on in the left corner, there is the shot. Where everybody comments are in the left corner, there is the share button. Oh, you're replying to Lee. Oh, I'm so useless. I'm reading that, Alison, and then I realise you're replying to Lee. What am I like? Oh, it's really easy. I didn't find it a problem to cut out, but I love cutting out. Because look at it, it looks lovely like that. I love cutting out. I know Abs doesn't like cutting out, but I do like cutting out. It's fun. Now what we need to do is we need to make this pop. I found cutting out is very... So do I, Lee. I think cutting out is so relaxing. I can do it for ages. Do it in front of the telly. It's just so relaxing. But that's what I like doing. So what I'm going to do now... You froze, have I? Are we frozen? I'm back, aren't I? Are we back? I found cutting out. Can you do matching dies for your flower stamps, Tracy? That's all down to Abs, Nicola. Abs deals with that. So that's down to Abs. Shared with... Sue shared with a daughter. Oh, I love fussy cutting. So what I'm going to do is, just to make this pop, I'm going to add this circle here, like so. Because that white really makes it pop. Is the large background stamp still available? Oh, it is, Pat, yes. No, I'm still here. We're back on. Are you back on, Chris? Fussy cutting, yay. We like fussy cutting, Gabby. I'm back now. I didn't even know I froze. That's good. How good is that? I didn't even know I'd frozen. I'm just doing fancy hand movements now. So I didn't even know I'd frozen because I just looked up and I was all there. What scissors do you use for cutting out? I'll show you my scissors. Let me just stick this circle down. I went online the other day to buy some paints, and I went online to buy 3 paints and came out with 14. I couldn't believe it. These scissors are Pergamano scissors. Can you see how they're bent? They've got a curvature. I like the curvature ones because I can get into the fine detail of my stamps. So I like doing that. You had to reboot me. Do you know, Liz, I need a reboot now and then. Mine too. Oh, so some of you must have froze. I could do with a good reboot. So don't worry about it. Give me a good reboot. That's just what I need, a reboot. So what I'm going to do now is take my flower. But look how, because you've got that white spotlight. Chris loves how you can do that. So I'm going to add this to the white spotlight because the spotlight really makes everything else pop. I got those and they hurt my fingers holding them. Some people don't like them, but I love them. They don't bother my fingers, but I've used these for... I mean, I used to use these when I had the shop, and that must be when I first started now, 24 years ago. So I've used Pergamano scissors for a long time. I had a tiny curved pair. I froze for a few seconds, did I, Lynn? It's very inconsiderate, that is, freezing, isn't it? Fancy freezing me. It perhaps thought I'd done enough waffle so that it would just freeze me. So I'm just going to add this to here. You see, I love these colours. And I don't want to adhere the petals. I want the petals to stay sticking up because that just gives it more dimension. I can feel another... Oh no, I'm going to get in trouble. I can feel another purchase coming, Abs. Is Abs still here? Has he stayed with us, listening to our waffle? So don't adhere these flowers, let those flowers stick up. And then this is why I added the colour randomly, because you can see bits of the blue and bits of the green. So I quite like that. And I've got a passion flower in the garden that's actually a green colour. So it's lovely, it's beautiful. I just signed up for your workshop. Oh, bless you, Laura. Tony just mailed my orders today. Brilliant. That's fab, Laura. Yippee. Mind you, your last project was gorgeous, Laura. So I'm just adding some dimension. 6 pairs of scissors, trying to find one that... Don't you like the Tim Holtz tonic ones, Belinda? The littler ones by Tim. The littler tonic ones. Can you see how dimensional that flower is? I just love that. You'll let... F, you've let me again. Oh. They stand out, don't they, Vanessa, against the circle? But if you don't adhere these petals down, it just gives it more three-dimensional. But how this goes with that background stamp, perhaps I'm just a bit weird, but I'm really enjoying my crafting at the moment. I'm really enjoying the crafting. I'm just enjoying the process and the fact that we get time together. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm just going to reach for the sentiment. So if I bring in the packaging, on the packaging, Tonics, yes, Tonics, they've got some little scissors, haven't they? On the packaging, we've got a sentiment, best wishes today, tomorrow and always. And I'm going to stamp that as well. So I'm just going to move that out the way and stamp my sentiment. Oh, thank you, Joanna. It's just trying to keep doing different things just so that things look different. And then maybe you're inspired to have a go. But I just love it, the fact that you all disappear from the lives and then you have a go with the cards. It's fab. I love it. So I'm just stamping that onto my white card, and it doesn't need much of a press. I'm loving crafting too. I'm loving crafting at the moment, Maureen. Oh, bless you. Thank you for... I'm glad you like the lives. Is the Wi-Fi a sod today, Liz? Damn Wi-Fi. It can be a sod, can't it? So I'm going to now bend down while you all talk, and I'm physically going to cut my sentiment out while you all talk to each other. So I'm just cutting my sentiment out on my cutter, because I like it nice and straight. I don't like a jagged edge. That's better. I've kneeled on the floor and used my cutter. Love doing some of your techniques, but not very successful with the alcohol inks. Must try again. Sue, is that with the alcohol inks and the water? Or the alcohol inks that I just swiped over the card? Sometimes it's just doing the techniques more than once and suddenly it clicks. I've come back again. Had to leave to prepare tea. Scalloped potatoes and pork chops. Sounds delicious. So I'm not blending any colour. And June is fussy cutting her passion flower now. How organised are you, June? So I'm now going to add this. And I don't want to add any colour to that sentiment because you've got enough colour in the background. And if I add colour around the edges of the sentiment, all that will do is disappear into the background. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, I must admit, Jane, I'm really enjoying my crafting, and I'm finding the more I do, the more I'm getting going as well. I'm really loving it, I have to say. So I've now added my sentiment there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my peacock feathers. Do you know, I've got so much rubbish everywhere. Peacock feathers, Distress Oxide ink. Aiming for teacher's pet miss. I love this teacher's pet. So what I'm going to do is spritz with water, and then I'm just going to add some delicate splatters to the background. And these delicate splatters, because I've added water, will also add splatters of water to the background. So I'm just adding some delicate splatters of the colour in the background. And those Oxide inks will still react with that water. Highlight of the day helps me relax after finishing work. Oh, bless Kim. Hope work wasn't too bad, Kim. So I've now got that. Can you see those splatters? You've got them in the background and you've got them on the circle here. I'm going to give the poor postman a hernia. Linda, I hadn't been to the post office for a fortnight, so I went to the post office this morning as they opened at 8 a.m. and I'd got 3 bagfuls. So now we haven't quite finished yet because I want to add another little detail. And here's the little detail. Not that. Oh, everything's sticking to my finger. On my A4 stamp, on this A4 stamp here, there are lots of little numbers that are just in the background here. I've got lots of little numbers in the background. Can you see those? No, why does it take ages for my iPad to catch up? It makes me feel like I'm talking to myself. There it is. So we've got some little numbers in the background here. So what I've done is I've stamped those onto a calico piece. So hopefully you can see that I've stamped those onto a calico piece. Oh, thank you, Lynn. You're just all really kind. So it's just stamped onto the calico, just to give it another detail. I'm making my camera work really hard, so I'm just going to cut that a little bit, just so it's not, we'll tear it, we won't cut it. That's it, because we don't want a straight edge. And then I'm going to add this to my card. What are we saying? What number is that stamp? This, the big one, the stamp is 55. 55. When you have time, can you tell me what your bead flower centres are called or what company you got them from? Belinda, I got mine from Hobbycraft. Mine were from Hobbycraft. The little beads. But I'm sure if you put in small beads, there are different places who do beads. I'm sure there is. So just get rid of all that fluff. Oh, thank you. I'm just enjoying it at the moment. I think it's because, you know, it's great having some company when you've been stuck in the house all day. I'm enjoying the lives. I'm enjoying the lives because I love our chats. I love how we have a chat together. Oh, bless you, Hope. So I'm now going to add, oh, now did you guess I was going to add an index clip? I'm going to add an index clip, like so. And then if I bring in the card, like so, when you add it to a black mat, but can you see, even that one is slightly different to that one, because this one I've extended further. This one I didn't. So they both look completely different. So if you hold them up, you can see the little details on the numbers. The passion flower. You can't beat a bit of fluff, can you, Liz? Exactly. Oh, what did somebody say in the accordion book? I've forgotten whose book it was now. They'd got flaps. Oh, I was killing myself laughing. What did she have? She had flaps on her accordion book. I'm sorry, but my mind was working overtime. So I'm just, if I lift them up, sorry, I was waffling then. But don't you think that that background stamp works so well with that passion flower? And just adding a bit of calico. I love adding a bit of calico. Touches of splatter. Not a difficult card at all. But it just goes to show that whatever stamps you've got, the idea is that they all work together. They work together with each other. And that's the whole point, is that it doesn't matter what release you've bought from, they should all work together. And I'm really pleased with that. And it didn't take too long either. It was a nice quick live. But what I like is, even with the embossing, you can see these numbers in the background on the stamp. And all the lettering, it's like sort of aged and vintage. Oh, I just love it. Just love it. Quirky flaps, that was it, Tracy. Oh, who was it? Whose book was it that had got quirky flaps? Somebody's book in the accordion book had got quirky flaps. Oh, quirky flaps. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, thank you, Maureen. I'm just enjoying your company. I'm just enjoying being creative and just enjoying the process. I just love it. I'm just enjoying our days together. But I have to say, the time goes so quick. Thank you, Maureen. You could even slip something under the index clip. Love, I know, Liz. Aren't they fab, the index clips? You could, and even what you could do was, like on this one where I've added the index clips, you could add them so you can dangle bits from them. So I've even added index clips to my book. I've got index clips everywhere, but I'm still working on that because I'm enjoying that one. I'm enjoying that. So I'm still working on that. I'm index clips mad. And these little bulldog clips. Hello, Marianne. Oh, thank you, Pat. And looks like you used lots of individual stamps. And exactly, Linda, and I haven't, have you? Have I? I've just used 2 stamps. 2 stamps. And I just think you can make a lovely card. Yeah, micro beads. That's true, Marianelle. That's a good point. That's true, Belinda. You could use micro beads. They make a lovely flower centre. I am really enjoying the creative process, Chris. I must admit, I've really got into me crafting at the moment. I've just loved it. And I think it's because I enjoy our chats as well. Sue says, what colours did I use? Sue, I used peacock feathers, evergreen bow and twisted citron. Those are the colours I used, Sue. No problem, Beverly. Take care, Flower. I think this way of crafting is the way forward. Do you know, Sue, it wouldn't bother me if this was the way forward. No problem, Liz. It wouldn't bother me if this was the way forward, other than obviously thinking about the shops. But for me, doing these workshops online, I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. So, exactly, Liz. It looks layered up, and it's not. All it is this one bit that's layered, and that looks like it's embedded in the background. Oh, I love it. I am sad at times. There you go. Sue's got... Oh, no. Sue's got... That doesn't really help you, Belinda. I was telling you that Sue's got a big tub of micro beads. Yes, the micro beads are little buggers, Gina. You're right. Little bastards. They go everywhere. They are little bastards. I agree. They just go everywhere. So anyway, so I hope you'll have a go. And I hope you share. Because I really enjoy looking at your artwork, because you're all so talented and I love seeing what you create. Used some last week and still finding them everywhere. Roz, I did as well. When I used them on this project, look, I can still shake this project, Roz, and there's beads still coming off this project because there's micro beads in the centre and they're still coming off this project now, so they're going all over the carpet. What do you call the plastic card you use to scrape the shaving foam with? That was just an old credit card. That was just an old credit card, Maureen. My friend my friend Chris Creswell gave me them. Yes, so just used an old credit card. That's all I used with the shaving foam. But my friend Chris gave me a load. The online workshop reaches out. It does reach so many people, Gina. But I like it because rather than doing a step and then everybody going away and creating the step, you're sort of creating together at the same time. So I love it. I really do love it. But with the shaving foam, Carols, if you're doing it over a stencil, the little, what Margaret's talking about, if you're doing it over a stencil, these are nice and small, so you can scrape over the stencil with the shaving foam quite easy. But it's just like an old credit card. You can colour micro beads with alcohol ink, but you'd have to put them in a little container or you'll be running around everywhere for them. Anyway, so thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And I will be back on Wednesday, because tomorrow I'm doing housework and gardening and a magazine article. So I'll be back on Wednesday. Stay safe, everybody. Keep going. We're getting there. Keep going. And I'm making it up and stamping and painting all sorts. Oh, bless. That's lovely, Linda. I dropped some microbeads on a metal table at one of the first workshops I ran. Little beggars got everywhere. They do, Sue. They do get everywhere. But thank you very much, everybody. And I shall see you all Wednesday. See you all Wednesday. Me too, Nicola. See you Wednesday. Bye. Bye.